Well, hello friends, how's everybody doing? It's your friend Jeff, playing Ultimate General, American Revolution, the British campaign on hard difficulty. Okay, so now we come to a point in this opening of this beginning of this campaign on March 14th. Okay, so I gotta, before running any time, I gotta set a whole bunch of stuff up, and that's why I broke it up into parts, because this part is going to be really challenging. I got 98,000 at the moment. You can see, different things here. Financing of 6,000, taxes is 11, sea trade 11,868 at the moment, but it's going to get worse as time goes on. And army expense. So the current army that I have is 10,000. So a lot of this money that I have at the moment, we're going to spend a heck of a lot of it to try to set up all these places here. And this is like one of the big challenges of the game, is how to do this financially and hold what we can hold. I mean, this is, this is all 13 colonies, and you have to kind of consider the whole thing. If you, like I said, I've already done this a few times. I have not beat this on hard. Like I stop at some point getting rage quit and stuff like that. But anyways, and I found if you don't do squat in the South, when they own 70 places, because, again, the way this game works, and it's simple as this, and some people that play on hard or ultimate want it even harder, but if you don't have a garrisoned company, and when I say company, I just mean like one unit. Like, I'm not talking about a full regiment. I'm talking about, like for example, how I'm going to try to do this. I can show you up here. This is even and like I said, I can talk about this, and I don't know if anybody's gonna even watch this, but whatever. Okay, so my little strategy at the moment is something that I'm trying. Is I made three wagons, right? Like three supply wagons. I mean, the way that I've always played this game is I make one that has 3 companies in it, but here, instead of doing that, I'm making only 1 company each of the 3, and if you look over here, it says that I can make 1 more, but I think I don't have horses, or I don't have wagons. Yeah, see, and I could buy some, but again, I think I am gonna make them. I can get 10 per day. It's just that I'm not running any time, so that's why. So I have to wait. In one day, I'll have 10, and I can make the last. Like, I never knew. Like, because I never done this strategy. Like, I never knew that. Like, I never paid attention to this, and this is something to pay attention to. It says I have 4 of 4 generals, but 3 of them are in England. And then I made 3, but I can make 1 more. And then I have 18 regiments. In cavalry, I have 2 squadrons, but those are in England, and they're on the. Some of them are on the way here. And so it's important, because I've never even looked at this. Like, I've never really paid attention to this, and this is something to pay attention to, because this tells you right there that I can have 4 supplies. That this means separate regiments of supplies, but I'm making them already, and I'm only making them as 1. Like, let me show you this. See, there's only 1 guy here, and he can go to 100. But I guess we don't have. Like, I'm not running time, so that's why they're not being created. And I already know I can't make the 4th one, because I haven't run any time. And that's only because I need to set up a lot of stuff, and I guess enough talk of all those kind of things. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go to this, because this is very important. But this is gonna burn up some for some resources and stuff. I can't just go crazy in this. But okay, so we got here, so alright, so we got production going on in New England. So I could put production here, right? But you see what that costs me to do that. It may be here. And I'll do one more. Quebec. Quebec has it. So Quebec, look what Quebec has. It's got all of this. That is interesting. So then maybe in Montreal. If I got this. Let me try that. Okay, so now, like I said, I don't want to go crazy. Because, you know, I need to set up a lot of buildings. And we could end up going crazy on this. And spend so much. Now, I could try a little bit to see. I might do one. Oh, and then well, they already got one here, so I'm thinking maybe. Yeah, notice where there's two, they got one. Oh, like there's two here and I don't have one. So can I put one here? Alright, you know, like I said, we can go crazy in here and do all kinds of things. And so, but, so that's like I said, this is why I wanted to break up this, because basically, if you don't want to see this video, that's okay. I'm just showing you what I'm doing for whatever I'm going to do here, which is going to blow a ton of that money and resources. But I can sell the 2 SOLs that I disbanded, and that'll give me about 46,000. So that's what. So the only reason I'm sacrificing the SOLs is so that way I get everything out of this that I possibly could before time goes on. And then once time gets going, you know, that's when we do it. And I'm not the type of player that wants to sell everything that I got every single week. It just drives me nuts to have to do that. That's a constant thing that you have to do. So I have to spend a lot of time considering all the things that I can do. And because I'm going to try to hold a little bit in the south, you know what I mean? And I don't even know if that strategy is going to work, but nonetheless. So now at least I did this up here, and now I got to consider what I'm going to do here. And so I think what I may do, even though it's winter time and you may lose somebody, I'm already, and then I'm gonna tell you about the way this game is, okay? And here's the big deal. There's only 20 guys here, but the way this game works is, if you can occupy any of these places with just one company, you can hold it no matter how bad the loyalty is. And there's people who have the opinion that you shouldn't be able to do that, and so they want to make the game even harder than what it is. But the dev made this concept, and the dev, or not the dev, but the game even tells you that if you don't put somebody here, or somebody like this ship right here, if you don't do that, you're gonna lose it. And you're gonna lose that all across all 13 colonies. So, you know what I'm saying? And you cannot make enough companies of, because each company that you make that's of a regiment can have up to 6 companies, and if you have a limit of 56, and so if there's 100 or 200 places here, like I've never counted them, so I don't know, but what I'm saying is, there is absolutely no physical way that you could put one company into every single place. You have no ability to do that. And so that in itself means that so many of these places are gonna switch from British to rebels, and they're gonna automatically spawn a militia in here, and then that militia is gonna grow to be about 600. At the same time, they're gonna drop in brigades everywhere that'll also be the ones that are gonna be mobile, that are gonna take other places, and so on and so forth. And it's gonna be like a checkerboard, that they got it all, and then they're gonna come up north and they're gonna attack us, because I've already seen it. Like I can tell you that, and it's a terrible thing, because if they get 100% of the South, okay, what I'm gonna tell you in this video before I start building stuff is simply, let me go to New York. Okay, so my plan always for this game is I want to hold New York. I want to try to hold a spot here. This is a part of the strategy, and also I've never had a problem with I think from Montreal to Quebec, we can hold it. But if they ever retreat from this area here that they end up taking, if they send somebody over there, they can just pop here and get it. I mean, I do have an ability to put somebody there eventually, but anyway, so this is all I'm telling you about the game mechanics of this game. Is what I'm trying to tell you is, if I can't, like, see this here, right? I shouldn't be. Yeah, they're saying I could do a mercenary, but there's no way I'm going to do that, because that's very expensive, and stuff like that. But anyways, I don't even know why they would allow me to do that. Yeah, I could. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, because see, I haven't sold those ships yet, so they're still there. I could bring into them. But anyways, what I wanted to tell you is, at some point, I'm not going to be able to create. I can't even create a military yet. I haven't unlocked it yet. I still going to do that, and I shouldn't even. Maybe I shouldn't even be telling you these kind of things, because the game ain't running right now, and it's just me commenting. So I mean, I think I think I've given you enough of what I'm trying to relate to you. Is that okay? So let's start building. I mean, let's just get to that. I'm sorry. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is I cannot make this until time runs, but I can still at least, you know, tell him I want him. I need somebody to cover there. I also need somebody to cover in Fort Stevens. Or let's go to Fort Rice. And let this one go to yeah, maybe I could even send it to Salem, maybe, and stuff like that. And so that's going to take up 3 places that are going to be problematic for me, because I am going to tell you simply this: if you do not cover these places that I'm trying to cover, what I'm telling you is on April 15th or something, they're gonna spawn milita into any of these places that you do not have protected, either by having a company or a full regiment in there, or a ship in the dock. And this is what I'm telling you. Like, I already have this knowledge. Like, I know all these things. And trust me, at this point, right, we don't have to worry about it. But at this point early in the game, I'm already thinking in those kind of terms. That mid-April, I don't want militars to pop in all of these darn places that the game will just automatically spawn them in. Like, I don't want that to happen, because it's too much trouble to have to go over and fight all that. It's just too much trouble and stuff. And so I'm telling you about a lot of things that are going to happen in the next month, but it's not going to happen right now. But you know what I mean, I'm just telling you, because I do not have all of these ships, and I do not have the two single companies that are down here. These two. So I'm minus these two, and I'm minus all these ships that are down here. So I cannot hold everything. And so my plan was to make 4 supply wagon companies, because I can make those, and then in 20 days I'll be able to make 5 milita and stuff like that. And then if I look at England, you know, this group here is going to be here in 14 days. So I'm going to have the 3 generals. I'm going to have 1 cav, and then the 2 full regiments, and these 4 ships, which these 2 we're going to go ahead and disband, and then these 2 we're going to keep. And then the game is going to task us with making a ship in England, but that's going to be for a while. And I can look at these guys. Okay, then this I could change to 260, because it's demand 260. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and say to heck with it. I've got one company, and he's not full. But you know what? I don't have no ships, but I'm trying to think of, it's March 14th. And so if I were to ship these guys, so March 14th in 30 days would be April 4th. You know, maybe maybe I can get these right before the game really gets going. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking right now. Like, I'm sharing my thoughts in this. And so let me go ahead and create a fleet and get this done, and because yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I really think I can do it on troops. I really do. Anything once it gets to April, you don't want to do what I'm doing right now when it gets to mid-April and beyond without having an armed troop thing. Because no, I guess they're gonna make me do that. Okay, well, that's fine. Maybe I don't have any more unarmed transport ships because it's not letting me do it. So, okay, so you got to have the ships available in order to do this, the transports and stuff. So, apparently, we have some of those. So it's gonna make me do that, and that's gonna be 31 days. So we'll set those. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so alright, so I'm getting 2 per day on the ammo. So, okay, so let me go back. Make sure the game is paused. Produce 6 ammo, so I mean, I'm hoping that this... Well, I got 38 days, so I mean, I don't know how... You know, I guess it's because I'm not running time. And the reason is... again, it's steps. Like I'm telling you that this is a strategy. I'm doing a strategy right now of... The last... Okay, so sorry. Alright, so I got that coming. So those guys are not... They're not full regiments, but they're... And then no ships, so or whatever it is. So it's all coming, and it's all. You want to hope that you get all this before, say, April 15th, because things are gonna kick off. The Concord battle is on the 18th, and then on the 19th or the 20th they spawn 3 regiments here. And the point is, at that point, you want to have enough here. So I got these guys here. So I got to make a plan to make sure. And then if I look at my technology here, oh yeah, and look, I even got something open. I mean, oh gee, how did this happen? Well, see, I haven't run the game, so that's why this is another thing that I have to do. So okay, so this royal thing here, we got to decide 69 and 40, right? Like I could show you like say for 40 and 69. For 40 and 69, 47 days. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, so now we have 44 and 53. I'm trying to look like for 55 and 61. See, 51 and 60, but 55 and 61. and 49, 49 and 57, 52 and 52. So this just, and like I said, look at this. Like even this is going to take me some time to figure out of what I want to be the best guy in here. So like 52 and 55. It's 49. How about 52 and 52 is 49. 74 and 33 is 47. $49 and 57 is still 47. So see, do you see what I'm saying? Like it's still 47 days. I guess that's okay. Now this, you know, okay, so if I'm going to spend 20, That'll put me down from 80 to 60, and then if I spend 9 here. Alright, let's just do that. Okay, so now that I got all that set, now it's a matter of considering, and matter of fact, what I can do is I can take this guy out, and I can take this guy out, and this I can keep. So yeah, okay, so let's do the buildings now. And like I said, I know this could be boring, but it is what it is. So so in the British campaign, I've never seen Hartford lose any of this. So the very first thing that I can put here should be something that is going to give me money. So that's a merchant stall. That's the first thing that I'm going to go for at Hartford. Hartford is kind of like a free thing. Like it's kind of like, it's magic in this game. Like it's totally magic. It's one of the free things. So you know, so that I'm thinking in terms of money for there. But for here, currently, until they hit us, I'm gonna do a. Okay, so this is a port, so I'm gonna do a carpenter first. So we'll start getting wood, because we're gonna have a harbor here. But loyalty is gonna be a big issue. Now, in Newport, again, I'm going to go carpenter because of a port. And Salem, they're going to hit us with loyalty, but I'm going to put a ship here, so I'm not going to worry about it. And again, a carpenter. And in Portsmouth, the same thing. And in Falmouth, the same thing. And so, and then in Castine. Now, for Castine, you can see we're gonna need a printing press, and in here we're also gonna need a printing press. And so that is that. And unfortunately this ship is gonna have to go in here, because I'm starting to think I want it in this zone here, because I need it there. And matter of fact, you know what I mean, like I got this ship that's gonna go here, and I got this 18. Yeah, like he's gonna have to go to Salem, unless I got something else going to Salem. So these are all now. The 40 gun ship is very important. And so yeah, I forget when they have the 30 ships, the 30 warships. Okay, but that's a whole month of May fighting them. And because I don't have the SOLs, it takes the whole month to do it. Where people who keep the SOLs, they can wipe them out in 2 days. 2 or 3 days. And so yeah. Okay, so let's continue on, I guess. Okay. So now for Providence. Now Providence, Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking like you could go crazy and go print and press everywhere, right? And then when the 30, 40 days go by, you got printing presses and you start earning loyalty. But I found that we need production. We need certain resources. So why don't I try a stable in Providence? In Middleborough, we're gonna have a loyalty problem, but you know what I'm saying. That can be a secondary thing that I do later on. But I'm thinking in terms of, yeah, I mean, I could, well, I could get a weaver right off the bat in 12 days. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. So let's try a weaver there. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. So Salem and Portsmouth is taken care of, and Boston. Yeah, in 4 days I'll have this capital, and then yeah. So if that's gonna be done in 4 days, I could actually. Yeah, well, why don't I go with a merchant then? Because I want some money. So yeah, I'll go do a yeah, so that'll be on queue for there. That makes sense. Now, as far as Leicester goes, we can go ahead and get. Yeah, look at a fur trade will be done in 10 days. Unbelievable. Okay, so let's do that. All right. Now in Stevens, yeah, we're gonna go with a fur trader in Rice. Yeah, no, Rice. Okay, it's gonna take 2 years. I mean, this is crazy. Okay, but we will have to think about that later on. Lovell, let's see how we're doing here. Oh yeah, see, I don't know. Let me see. Oh gee. All right, so did I choose on here? Yeah, print and press. Okay. All right, let me go to Canada. All right, so Canada, for example. All right, well, that'll be done in 16 days. That'll be done in 21 days. And Montreal, let's see what I want to do here. Well, this, like I said, this is why I broke this video up into two. This is part two. Is because you have to think so much of doing this. And I don't know if this will give you any ideas, and then what you would do if you could put them in the notes and tell me what you like or whatever. But some of these places I'm gonna hold, like this and this and this. Usually I don't have to hold this. But without me putting an officer here to make these things go better, all I'm trying to do is put down the buildings. And I don't want to run time because I need these buildings in place. And you can see our money is going down, and plus our production is going down right now. But this is something that I have to think about. Now see, like I said, I could have a fur trader in 36 days. So yeah, maybe I have to put somebody there, maybe, I don't know. But this is the one that's killing me, because I'm trying to think. Like, it's kind of low in loyalty, you know? And if you can see from the locality, we have a +3, like a 0.3. And then, and tax wise at 2%, like, so right now in the game it's 2%, and then when the king wants it's going to go up 2% again, and that's going to be 4%, and then we're going to be at a deficit. So you know, we might have to put in a printing press, because we want Montreal to be good. And then this is already on a downtick. Now this one is on an uptick, but don't forget, they're gonna do so many events on us that are negative that all of these are gonna be on a downtick. And so if you look at the days up here, like check this number here. But if I have somebody in these places, you know what I mean, then maybe I should just let it do its thing, and then once this ever comes online, it will be good, you know, like. Now we got somebody here, so this is why we can, and then look at the production here. So I'll have to put, maybe I can put production in some of these places to where it'll be better for us to do this. But it's 800 days. Okay, so all right. Okay, so all right, so the first step of this is assigning buildings. The second step is how much production can you actually get. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to think in terms like that. So so it might not matter what we put here if we're gonna hold it. Like, it might not really matter. I mean, this is like, I mean, it's kind of, all right. So look, I don't have any blacksmiths, so I'm gonna put a blacksmith there, and then Saratoga, I'm gonna put maybe another blacksmith. Okay, because I don't have any, right? So I'm thinking in terms like that also. Yeah, so even here, like yeah, that'd be 68 days. That's 2 months. And so as you can see what I'm doing, right? I am kind of putting something, I want to build with the money that I have in this, and we're getting lower and lower. So, you know, this is the only time to do this, to get these things going. And then, you know, I have to consider the plan too of holding this stuff to make sure that we don't lose it. So if we consider things, right, like, okay, so I'm gonna go print and press because that's gonna be a problem. And Kingston's at 80 right now. And matter of fact, Kingston looks like we can, you know, do stuff that we will get. So not too bad. It's not too bad. So we'll do a weaver there. And did we already do Hatfield? No, we didn't do Hatfield. Hatfield is bad. Like Hatfield is terribly bad. So we really do need a printing press there. Like it's extremely bad. And now Montgomery. Now the good thing I'm going to tell you about New York is you got 3 of these places. So this is a fantastic place to pay it's a 500 a week though. I mean these things add up, but it's to put somebody here. And so anything that we build in here is going to be built better and faster. And so we already have a loyalty problem. And we have a loyalty problem here, right? But at the same time, it's a harbor. So again, it's a good place for a carpenter. And it's going to be done in 11 days. And so in 11 days, I'm going to be able to change all of these. Like I'm going to be able to do other things. So where these two, I did, okay, so this is 12 days, but a print and press. And here is 12 days. So this is 11 days. So yeah, so like so we'll just say in 12 days I'll be able to put whatever I did, because I'll have 2 print and press done. And I'll have this, so then maybe I could put a church. And then that'll cover all 3 of these areas. And then these 2 I'll be able to put then fur traders or something and stuff. Out here, I'm not going to do anything. Like, you know what I mean? But this only means that this game is going to get viciously hard. Like around June. Like it's going to get like really viciously hard. And so I'm trying a strategy that I'm showing you by demonstration in the video of the way I'm going to try to counter it, or, you know, do something like that. But, and then this is the place, in this place here too. Let's take a look and see. $32 days, so why don't we put a school here for now, and then when the loyalty is going down and bad, we will put a thing. But you know, yeah, I guess I'll try that. Okay, so that's that. Now let me go down south for a moment. Okay, so down here, I still got the game paused, and the reason is I want all this set before the next day burns. And so this is what I'm demonstrating. Okay, but again, I'm going to say, as good as this may look, I'm going to tell you that when they hit the events, and then they raise taxes by 2%, everything's going to go nuts. So the question is, how can I do down here? Like, can I put in a church here? and a printing press here. And this is already too low. And I'm going to tell you that the Spanish are going to take this. Just like I know the Spanish will take this fort. I don't know what else the Spanish does, but I know that the Spanish, like usually, like if I kept somebody here, right, then I know for a fact the Spanish take this fort. But when I open this fort up, I know the Spanish take this one too. I don't know what else they do because I haven't investigated it as much as, but that's what I know there. And so the plan for King and here is that now I don't know how I'm going to do it down here. Like I've done it where, you know, I've lost these places here. And the thing I can tell you about Norfolk is, like I already know I cannot hold Norfolk. I mean, I'd have to have a brigade here if I wanted to hold it. And that's 4 regiments. You know what I'm saying? But I got ships in this area for when they hit us with the ships. And so I don't know if it's worth, like here's what I'm going to try to tell you, right? I don't know if it's worth it for me to blow money down here on these other places that I don't have anybody. Like I'm even considering a Beaufort, like, and Charleston is a capital. So yeah, let me. All right, that's where I'll stop. If those things can get built, maybe it take it longer. But what I know is that the problem with doing this, like spending resources here, is if the enemy takes it, that they're gonna enjoy that loyalty switch. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna enjoy that. But that's about all that I'm gonna do down south, I think. And so yeah, so the biggest problem is you need to hold all the coasts, and I just can't hold the whole coast at the same time hold what I got. You know what I mean? I just can't do it. So okay, so we might be at the point where I can now run the game and show you some more of the game, and to see if this strategy is gonna work or not. I might be getting to there. I'm just double checking. Because I might have been talking and I might have not built something, so I just wanted to make sure I do. All right, well, you know, I think that covers at least one building in it. Now, I would like to have a school, but again, I'm just thinking, am I ready? Oh yeah, I could have thought of do I lay down for like say a week of time to get better training, or should I not? Because if you look right here, on construction, I have $57,000 doing that. I have production 5, mining 6, that. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, okay. So let's go ahead and I guess I'm good to run the time. I think that's really the only other thing. Let me see. Okay, so the morale is 7%, but yeah. I'm trying to think if there's one more thing I need to do. Yeah, so okay, alright, yeah, so let's go ahead and run the time. Let's run the time. Because I gotta burn a day so I can get those wagons so I can make the last supply wagon. And again, I'll just mention in this video that normally in the American campaign and now in the British campaign, I used to just make one that had 3 companies, but now I'm just doing 1 company and I'm making 4. That's the max that I can have. Okay, now useful meeting. 1, increase taxes. 2, send resources and goods you mined in England where they are worth much more. Produce valuable goods in England and send them to the colonies. Okay, so then did this go open so I can do this now? Okay, gee, I don't know. I can't really beat the 10% research speed. I mean, okay. Okay, now tensions between the US and Britain. Massive loyalty drop almost over the colonies. Okay, so here's where mission comes up, and we want to do this because we want the 5 rep and we want the 2500, so we want that. So let me pause the game at this point because I gotta do that, but we gotta get him into there because we're partial winter, and with these guys only being like this guy's 20, he could lose somebody, so I gotta get him in there. And then this guy has got to go into Hatfield, and just by having this here, you know what I mean, is that, and then because a day burned, could I make the last supply wagon? And that'll give me max 4 supply wagons, but just 1 company. And that's to hold 4 different places is what this goal is. And I'm only doing this because this is a game mechanic that the devs put into this game. You know what I mean? If you don't have somebody there, they're going to spawn in military. And I just don't want that. I mean, it's upsetting for that to happen. Now, if I put this supply in Salem, then that means I don't have to have a full regiment here. And then I don't have to put a ship here. So then that means this ship can go and stop into Portsmouth. But then again, I do have a plan of when I get these, when I get Klunk's fleet, you know, I do have a plan with those 3 officers too. That they're gonna take places. So that's what I got going on there. So, all right. So I think I can run the time. I'm just like I said. Oh yeah, no, I can't run the time yet. I gotta sell. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on a minute. Nope, nope. Let me pause. Gosh darn it. I gotta. No, I need this. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm screwing up again. Sorry, folks. I need to sell. They gave us 10 furs, so we need to sell 5 of them. And the game is teaching us of selling stuff in England because we get better prices in England. So that's going to give us some money and stuff like that. I've got some cigars that I can do and that. So like I show you, I could sell 10 of those. You know, I could sell 5 of those. And that gives me a little bit of money. And, you know, I'm hoping to finish this ammunition thing so I can get that reward. Okay. Alright, and as far as this goes, we can put that to 303 because that's what it says on demand. And so yeah, there. Okay, so I think that'll suffice that. So let's go ahead and now burn some time. Okay, so we are now running it, and okay, you have successfully produced the required amount of ammunition. Now you are ready to establish a stable supply of everything necessary for your army and navy. So yeah, thank you. And then you sold required amount of furs. So 5 in that. Nice. Alright, so then that, you know, I'll tell you what that means. So at this very point in the campaign, I can now, seeing I made some rep, I can now burn this 19 rep. But the other thing that I've got to worry about too by doing that, the other thing that I need to manage is to see right here. Yeah, look. So from we haven't got the supplies yet from England. But I guess I could try. Alright, so if I got 12 wagons, if I stop that, I can start building these. And now if I go to England for just a moment, I'm going to shut these factories off. Automatically send excess of 16. Well, you know, I think I'm now gonna drop that to 1,000. Okay, but again, I think that'll do that. Okay, so at some point the game is gonna ask me to make a ship to send to America, but make it here and somewhat. That's okay. So let me just get going on that. Okay. I think that's all that I can do. Let's go ahead and we're gonna see if I can. As soon as this day is over. Oh yeah, and look. Okay. Let me pause it for just a moment because now I got this guy here. Look, he's at full status of 100. Well, it's still kind of winter. So maybe I can send him to Stevens. So he'll head to Stevens. So what this is allowing me to do now, you realize, is I have 4 of these supply companies that can at least hold 4 places. And this is the way the devs have made it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm only doing what the game can allow me to do. So again, I have 4 generals, which are coming from England. I have 4 supplies now, and I have 14 regiments. Now the recruits are showing 316 and new units +1. So, yeah. So that's what's going on. Like, I'm just trying to do it. Okay, you now, yeah. Okay. All right, let's pause again one more time. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. Now, so to me it's important for the military. It really is. But we have to weigh this against doing getting this at 64 days, right? Yeah. You know, the thing is, you know what I mean? Do I stay at the same rate that I am and get this sooner? Or do I take the 5%? But see, the thing here is that the thing that makes it interesting is if we go for speed, you know, we go down this tree of 7.5 and then 10. So that's quite a bit of speed. But it's going to take a lot of time to get all of this and knock this tree out. But if we get this, we can go for 10 specialists a week. That's pretty big to get 10 specialists per week. And also to get this historical unit right here. That would be cool too. And then look at, you know what I mean? Like this, I can't talk about it enough. There is so much fantastic technology with the British that it's so interesting. And everybody's going to have a different thing of going. So, I don't know. I just know, oh man. Because if I have this, I can make 10 milita. So it's really a hard decision. It really is. So, man, it is tough. But you can make an argument about research speed. You know what I mean? You can really make an argument. Just like if I blow 20 right here, this will give us 5 5 research speed for this department. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so in one day I can have 5%. But what I'm showing you in this campaign is, you know what I mean? Like, it's really something. It really is. It's something to this campaign is really tough to figure out on a hard campaign. So on my easy British campaign that I put online, you know, it just ended in January and I didn't really accomplish a lot. So the idea is to try to accomplish a lot. You know, so okay, so I did that. So now I gotta take time for you, you know, unfortunately, but I told you this part of the campaign of starting this, and this is just the start of the first 2 months that we're dealing with. I can't stress how much importance this is of all these different things to consider. You know, I'm gonna have to go to here. I mean, see the argument is, in half the time I can have this, right? In half the time of me just wasting doing this, I mean, I could already have this. You know, so I mean, it is. But we do get the research speed, so I mean, this campaign is really tough to consider all these things that you have to invest time in. Like, you have to do it. And now that I did this, right, I got to get this done. So, you know what I mean? And I can blow 8 to do it, or I just let 8 days go by and then I'll have this. So, you know what I mean? That'll be the last department. And I'm not saying what I'm doing on a hard campaign is the way to go in this. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is a strategy. Because if we lose our general, we lose the campaign, period. And so, yeah, so the one thing I'm forgetting is... Yeah, I'm not going to have the muskets. Okay. So then this is where I get to show you then, right? We have this ardent. And so I can sell the ardent for 20,000. And then we have the Bellona class warship, Xsolla. That's 26,000. And then I have these 2 cutters, and that's you know. And there you go. So that is this is where I consider doing what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing what I did, I now have some money. So it's like an investment. Yeah, so anyways, it is what it is. Okay, so alright. Okay, is Newport... They got 50. Does Boston... Boston has 1,000 because we scrapped those ships. Oh, but Boston won't allow me to do it because of the loyalty. Boy, does that suck. Okay. So then I'm gonna have to build them from here then, I think. Alright, let's come down to south for a moment. Alright, so until I get more muskets from England, or and is at some point they're going to give us 1,000 civilian muskets. So that will be able to, you know, do more with that once those come. I don't think, like I said, I don't know if I want to invest in these places, like, but I do want a hold in the south and stuff like that. So yeah, okay. So I think I think I have, I think I can make one more. Okay, and now I reach my limit. Okay, there. So 554, and okay, so whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so I think we're okay to keep on going. I don't know if I've missed anything else of what I was doing. And so they're going to hit us with a lot of events, but again, all I am showing you now, not enough resources from production in Britain. Yeah, I mean that's going to be a constant issue. Okay, okay, so news of new troops arriving greatly increased tensions among, yeah, okay, so these are the events. Okay, no problem. I mean, it is what it is. You just got to deal with it and stuff like that. Massive drop all over. Yeah, no kidding. So things are going to start getting heated up. But the game is teaching you these things of these events that happened and how this is all going to be. And the solution is to have loyalty or garrison a company or a regiment or a ship. But like I said, I'm gonna in 5 days I'm gonna have Klunk's fleet, and then in 22 days, which, like I said, it's gonna be somewhat in April, I'll have that. And then at some point the game is gonna task me with making a ship in England, which is gonna be the other 40-gun ship that I'm gonna make. And so I'll have 3 40-gun ships. We got 2 right now. Okay, now I'm gonna just pause for this. Alright, so we have a fur trader house in Leicester. Alright, nice. Okay, so again, well, in 14 days we can have a print and press. So we will now do the print and press, but at least we've got a fur trade, and we're gonna get one a week of furs. So that has to be a good thing. And then in Salem, we got a carpenter. Now, well, you know, this could add production points, so or oh, do I want a merchant? Oh man, this is a tough decision, my friends. Or if we want to address loyalty. Oh boy, this is tough. That's tough. Boy, that is tough. Alright, let's go to Hartford. So good old Hartford. It's still 100%. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's go with a stable. Because we got to get some production going. So a stable, that would be... Yeah, so if this doesn't work out or pan out, let's see. Let's see what this is going to tell us. But see, I've done... Oh, maybe... Okay, so maybe they're telling me that I was supposed to put... Let me see. I don't get it. I mean, you saw me in the other video, or this vid... No, you saw me in this video do some of this at the very beginning of the video. And... You know, I mean, I don't know. I just, yeah, that's the one. Okay, that's the tricky one that I just don't get. This is the only mission that is so kind of crazy that I don't quite get how to do it. Someone's gonna have to explain it to me. That's the only mission that always screws me up. I read something where they said to just do this upgrade from a town to a capital or whatever, but I've already upgraded it and they didn't give it to me, so I don't know. That's the only one. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the game going. I mean, I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh, well, those 3 but see, like I said again, so then wherever these 3 milita are going, and oh, let me pause because it's gonna burn a day. Hold on. Okay, so in New York, We got a carpenter. But now we're going to go... Well, I did say I was going to do a church. So let's do a church. And then these two are going to be done in a day. And so in 12 days they'll get rum. So we'll have 2 places that are going to do rum. So that's one thing that we got to consider. Okay. So now I can burn the time. And now I just got to pause the time for just a moment while I set these up. So Middleborough is complete. So now I have to consider that we got a weaver now. So that's nice that we got that. The loyalty is kind of bad, and it's going to get worse. Like, it's going to get a lot worse. I mean, this is just a moment. It might look okay, but it's not. It's below this. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. You got to be very careful in the British campaign about this area right here. Because they got an event in the middle of April that if you didn't have anybody in Middleborough, right, and it's below 40, they spawn a milita in them. Just like in Hatfield, if you don't have anybody there. Or it could be in New Haven. But at the moment, we're okay. But again, conditions are going to get a lot worse. And so, but my immediate plan for the middle of April is what I'm doing in here that you'll see in this video. And I'm not going to say it's going to be 100%, but so in Montgomery, where the heck is Montgomery? All right, so we already got that going. We know about that. And in Clinton, yeah, okay. So I already got that. So yeah, I can run time. All right. So these 3 militias that I just made are going to get to the spots that they're going to hold. And they're just going to be there, again, just so that way we don't lose the area. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we got a task. Okay, so now, so this, again, I'm going to pause the game because of these kind of things. Like, I like to have time to think and share my thoughts and not have any time going because, again, I gotta get stuff set before any more time goes. So this guy is supposed to go into there. This guy is gonna go into there. And this guy is going way over here to hold that. Because these are problematic places. And there's even more problematic places, but I can't do anything about it right now. And I'm just sharing all my thoughts to you. That's what I do in any game that I play. You just look at any of my... I got playlists all over the place. Just look at anything and you'll see that I share my thoughts no matter what. Well, and I could be right or I could be wrong, and you could correct me as long as you do it in a nice way. But again, we got this here, so this is something that we need to do. So again, we'd like to have the best person here. 40, you know, whatever. So let's see. Like, okay, so 53 and 59 looks good. 55 and 53, but this one looks better at the moment. Now 56 and 64 to me, and then then we have 55 and 64, 55, or we got 56 and 64. So I would think William here so far. Now unless I see something, yeah. So William, where's William? Oh, Wilson. All right, let's see the damage. Let's see how much it's going to take. 42 days. Yeah, you know, I'm starting to think that I'd rather have to make the 5 milita again. So I'm gonna have to give up on the speed and do that. So it's gonna take 40 days because when I get to 20, I'll burn it. That's why I'm not gonna burn here. So yeah, let me see, what else can I do? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm just gonna... keep it going, I guess. I'm just gonna keep it going. And then... Oh yeah! This is a big deal. We gotta do this. Okay. So, I just want to mention about this. Now, I don't know why the Miamis is high. But you can see the highest is France. Now, France and Spain, or Spanish, you know, however you want to look at this, it just costs us 4,000 to do them. But you got to be very careful with the Cherokee, the Creeks, the Iroquois, and the Miamis, because if you do it and you don't have the ammo, the weapons, which I already know I don't have civilian muskets. So if they ask me for 300 civilian muskets, I can't do it, and it's a failed event, and I have to wait 20 days. Now this, you normally have to wait 30 days, every 30 days to do it. But if you fail any of these, it's going to be a 20-day limit before you can do it again. And so you don't want to make that mistake. So, and besides, I took the 20 points with the 3 natives. So this is much. It would be worse if I didn't do that. Like this, these would all be much higher. But the highest one is France, so which is no problem. It's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me money. Like I don't like spending the money, but I have to, because the game wants me to do it anyways to teach me it. So there it is. And now when this day ends, it'll register that I did this, and the game will tell me that I changed tensions, and so that will get this done in. So I did it, and in one day. But they have so many days because let's say you didn't have the money at the time. You might want to sell some stuff before you would do that and stuff like that. So I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know how this game is going. You know what I mean? So these guys have just got to get into their places. And so I'm doing this just as a precaution. But like I said, okay, so here we go again. A massive loyalty drop almost all over the colonies. Minus 20% government efficiency. And tensions between the US and Britain will rise by 20. The current territory is 100. So I mean, so it's basically war is what it is. Okay, now tensions change. So yeah, I get 5 rep, which is nice because I need it. So now I'm up to 50, and we got 2,500. You know, when they give this, I just wish this would add to our income, like as far as making it each week, make that. But we only get this, I think, one time. All right, so now I'm going to pause because, yep. Oh, so, you know, all right. Okay. Oh yeah, well we're not too far away, so that's all right. Okay. So I got no choice. We're coming to Newport, and so the fleet has arrived. As long as they're here before April. Which it's almost April. It's a couple of days, but we got all this. Now, I am going to scrap this and this because we're paying maintenance on them, and that's very expensive. But I just wanted to show you that. And we did something in New Haven, so let's go to New Haven for just a moment, and then we will run time. Okay, so fast production. So now what else would be? Okay, well, it's going to be money. $262 a week. So we'll get that every week once that is done. It's going to be done in 10 days. I mean, that is going to be fantastic. All right, so let's run time. Alright, so we're trying to get these guys to get to their spots. Alright, so let's go to the south for a minute. Okay, so we'll start building that regiments up for now. Boston opened up. We'll go textiles, or weaver, excuse me. All right. So the nice thing is these three generals, they're gonna take some other places that we don't have, and that will free up a regiment. And then I'm gonna have 2 more ships to add to my fleet, and I have 2 ships that I will disband. And that's gonna save me another $46,000. All right, so now I gotta tell him to go there, and then Quebec. Okay, I could consider a church, because a church, yeah, because a church affects the loyalty by 25% negative. I would love to have production, but if I put a church, okay, so yeah, so I'll go with a church, because I really, you know, like I said, like I've never seen them deposit any units out here. But once they take all, they're gonna take these 3 forts. They're gonna take this, that, and that. And I usually use Howe when he comes into the battle to go up there and do that, because I think, I'm not 100% certain, but the longer they're here, they may spawn people in here. So most of the time I take this from them, but when I do that, this is the problem that we get in New York, that by that time the enemy is so big, they do what I call, you know, like a hornet's nest, or it's just a mass that they form up here. Like, it's terrible. Like, I faced 30 regiments in this area, and I only had 10 regiments, and I just could not stop them. Like, I just could not stop them, and that was just too much. So again, if I get to that point that you see, like then it's proof and I can show it to you. But so anyways, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get these guys landed. And let's get these guys to the port. Okay, and let me pause. And again, we could go with stamina so they could get there faster, or we can go with morale so that they can hold themselves and not give up. So he's gonna go there. Now this is Henry Clinton. So if my general has this, then I guess I could give him that. And then he's gonna go to New Haven. And my general is gonna go to here. And then this guy, I'll give him that. He's going to Boston. Because I'm going to need these 2 regiments over here. Okay, let's run a little bit of this.
Push through.
Okay, so now this general. Oh, okay, so. Okay, so the Iroquois are now at 66. At 70. At 24. At 86. And do you see this what I'm showing you? Because like I said, if I didn't take that 20 points at the beginning of the game, then I would have had the courier thing and I would have had something like that, but this would be 20% worse. Like this would be even worse than what it is. So, I mean, all right, so Smith.
Keep moving.
Okay, so now you're going in there. Alright, I'm gonna go to slower time because I just gotta make sure of this.
Regroup here. Forward.
Alright, you can convene an economic council to fulfill financial policies. 2%. Okay. Alright, yeah, so this is it right here. This is the killer. This is what really kicks off the war. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, okay, so now so when this stuff comes up, all you got to worry about is at the end of those 80 days, you got to have at least 10,000 up here. If you don't, you'll take a hit. So imagine me losing 25 rep at 50. I'd be down to 25. Alright, so now I'm gonna just pause for a minute. Okay, so you know, I'll tell you what we could do, and it's terrible to try this, but we can do it. So again, it went up to that, right? So I paused the time. So, like I said, at the end of the day, and Sunday is when we make a payment, but at the end of the day, all this is going to take effect. Okay, so this is where I could bump it to 5 and make some money. Or I think it's time to cut tax 1%. Minus 5 reputation points. Okay, so I lost 5 rep to do that. And that means the taxes, the new tax is going to be 3% instead of 4%. So if this doesn't help me from the start, then you know what I'm saying? It's something. But again, just realize. But then again, I'm going to just say it like this: the tax rate started in this game at 2%. So whatever the money I was making on taxes, it's only going to go up by 1%. So it's still going to be better money-wise from 2% to 3%. But it ain't going to be as drastic as 4%. And so this is how I'm going to try to counter the loyalty issue. Because the loyalty is really... Because look, I'm telling you that wherever it's bad loyalty, you cannot make a unit there. You just can't do it. And then him, Francis Smith. Now, again, you know, I'll let him do that. And so... So now I'm just gonna discuss, like I give information and I discuss things. So, okay. Alright, we can have 5,000 here. Now, how are we doing? Okay, so I did that, right? I mean, and now let me I don't need the... I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking, like if I tell the cav... Matter of fact, I can give... Okay, so... Oh, gee, there's a lot of things, but here we go. Okay. Suppose this cav goes to Providence. And then I want this regiment to head to Leicester. Now that I have Smith here, like Smith. And so, yeah, let's do that.
Keep moving.
And then, so the tax is going to be 3%. Portsmouth, let's go to Portsmouth real quick while that's happening. Alright, and let's go with a printing press. And in Hartford... Let's go for a school. And I was even considering I could probably put a recruiter here. Okay, now press in Salem. So let's take a look at Salem. All right, let's go with a church because of the loyalty crap. We gotta do that. Well, tax ain't available. And you know, something that I haven't done was I haven't done this. Like, this is something that I haven't done. Funding. Okay, and then, okay, so I know what's killing me if I run. Oh, I am running time. I gotta stop. Yeah, I gotta, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now we have a 28 gun ship. Alright, so the 30 is going there. This 30 goes here. And where is... Oh, it's the one down south. Hold on. The one down south. Where is he? Yeah, and look at even this guy here now. He's got. Oh, this is the 40. Okay, so I gotta get him down to here in Norfolk. So I can apply the last upgrade to the guns now that I scrapped those 2 SOLs. And I might as well sell them because I'm getting low on money anyway. So this is my last ditch effort. Not my last because I still have the guns that I can sell, but what I'm saying is I'm just telling you that like I said, again, 26 and 20. And that's it. So that is how I am financing all the things that I'm doing. Like, you know, because the way I look at this British campaign and this 1 year thing is I feel having the SOLs right now and paying high price for the Navy is not the optimum, because the optimum is another year or 2 from now. Yeah, I'm gonna need those SOLs and I can then produce them, but right now I don't need them because I can do it with the 340 gunships. Like, I'm gonna make 140 gunship, but anyways, the plan is for him to get in there. And this 18, I think I'm going to tell him to go into this port right here. So he's going to go into that port because we're getting to the crunch time right now. And this 28 gunship, which is nice, but I'm going to have him port up right here. And then in Falmouth, this 18 is going to go to Falmouth. And yeah, and this 18 is going to go to here. And that's going to take care of the coast. I think that'll take care of the coast. If you consider I got a general, I've got a supply, and I got 2 ships. holding those ports. So these 4 places are they're not gonna spawn in milita. And that's just the way the game mechanic is. Like I think I've already told you this in the easy campaign, the British campaign. When you see that little red marker, it tells you put somebody in the garrison or have somebody in the port. That's what the game is telling you, and that's the way it is. Now I am hitting against a person who is also out there saying that they want that to change and make it harder. But no, it's already hard. Like, this is already hard. Because the reason this is hard, even on easy, but the reason that this is hard is because of their game mechanic. You either have somebody here or you don't. And if you don't, they're going to spawn in a militia that's going to turn into 600 men. And you can't just use, like I've tried it already, where I used one of my regiments to go against one of theirs. The problem is that they let those guys be 2 stars. Like, they automatically have 2 perks, and it takes me a lot of time and effort to get a 2 perked unit. Like when I did the American campaign, believe it, when you get your milita suck, but when you get your milita with 2 perks, they're pretty formidable against the regular army. I mean, they really are. And so all I'm trying to say is, I'm giving you the opinion, okay, my opinion, that they have already made this campaign tough with that particular game mechanic, where it just means, how are you gonna put a person in a company in every single one of these places? It's impossible. I am telling you, it is impossible. So this is already hard, because think about it. Every single place that gets loyalty below 40 will automatically spawn in a milita that will grow to 600. On top of that, they're going to drop in brigades here and there throughout this whole place that are going to go north and fight you. And so I am the one player out there that if you do watch my video, you're hearing my side of this, where I say that alone makes this game tough. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And don't forget, I already registered a day where the tax is 3% instead of 4%. So that should make some difference, or it should slow down the progress. But the other issue that I want to bring up to you and share with you is simply this. So if we don't have somebody there, they're going to spawn them in and take it, right? And so how could you possibly put somebody in all of these places? You cannot do it. It's just impossible. Look at them all. Like, count them all up. Like, I've never counted them up. I don't know how many it is, but there's no way that you could do it. So why would you want to make this even harder? Like, seriously, why would you want to make this even harder? Because if every spot that you see here ends up with a 600 milita, just that alone is a proposition to wipe them out. Now, I'm chatting a little bit too much about that issue, so again, I got to run time to get this ship here, and so we'll go ahead and do that. We will go ahead and do that. I just got to get this guy to dock. Because the most important thing for me, while we have this port, like we won't have it because I'm not going to protect it, but okay. So now I'll pause the game only because I want to... I can now upgrade these to 9-pounders that came off those ships, those 2 SOLs. So now this guy, and look at, and yeah, and here's an issue I want to bring up to you, right? So this guy's been on the ocean the entire time from the start of February, in the middle of February or whatever, right? And he did not earn anything here. He did not earn a perk. Okay? Like he did not earn a perk. So yeah, so this 18, like I said, I could put him here to hold Norfolk for a little while, but or should I move him down here? Would he be better served down here? You know, because like I said, so the 40, I think the 40 is going to be in here because he's going to protect this zone. So this 18, I think I'm going to send him down south. Yeah, or better yet, why don't I put the 18 onto here for now? Let's try that. So, okay, so I did that. Now, the only other thing I can do at this point... Oh, yeah, and I got to get Clinton in here. Alright, so, excuse me. Just thinking. Okay, so then... Let's put these guys into here for now. And the cav needs to go in here. And matter of fact, I don't know, but let me see if the cav can get in here. And could I issue another one? Ah, but we don't have the horses. Okay, well, we don't have the horses. So I know I got a stable here and there, but maybe they're not built yet. So that would be the issue there. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, so press in Charleston. So let's go down to Charleston for just a moment. Alright, I'm going to pause because I'm going to think about this for a minute. Alright, so we can always do granaries later. Yeah, so can we only have certain places can only have... Okay, wait a minute, am I... Okay, so, yeah, see, okay, well, alright, so, okay, well, we had to have a printing press, right, because of the loyalty issues, but, because this is a dock, we're gonna have to go with a carpenter. So that's the answer for that. And then, so now we got to go all the way up north. And so yeah, I want production, I need it, but again, for this place here, again, I think church is the way to go. So you know, newspaper or thing or whatever and that. So yeah. Okay, and like I said, folks, what I'm doing here is I'm not saying that this is gonna be the best strategy. It's only my strategy of what I'm doing. But Hartford is not a problem, all right? But Hatfield is, here is, and so what I'm going to tell you is it's April, and I did this to prevent them from just spawning in. Even in Newport, I got a ship here, 28 gun ship. And so yeah, okay, so let's do it. So yeah, this start regional upgrade. This is the one that I usually fail at, so I don't know. Tensions between the USA and Britain, yeah. Alright, so again, I'm gonna pause just for a moment just so I can just set these buildings up. A weaver's house in Boston. So now we'll be making some textiles. Well, again, only 8 days. We'll have a printing press. Cause we gotta change the loyalty. Like we just gotta have everything that we can at this point. Like I could have done it earlier where this would be taking effect, but again, I want some production because you can see this message here. Not enough resources production in Britain, but it's because at this point I'm not making a lot. And you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? These are all the issues that that everybody has to deal with. So now in the south, we've got a printing press. And so I just want to be able to place something before time goes so that way it's building. Because because the way this game works is, whatever you do during the day doesn't, once you set something during the day, you have to wait for the next day for it to register. So I mean, this is why I don't want to waste a day and then, like, say, okay, it's Thursday, right? And if I'm running time while I'm doing this, Thursday's going to be over by the time I set this, and then it's going to be Friday when it gets registered. So I'd rather have something register on Thursday, so that way at least it ticks off the days. And I even forgot where it was that I was supposed to do this, so because of making the point. I gotta figure out what the heck. Oh, was it Beaufort? Yeah, it was Beaufort. So yeah, again, I'm gonna go to church. Alright. Okay, so then what I can do, right, is because the south is going to be tough. Let's try to build up these guys. Because I'll tell you what the AI does. Oh yeah, and that's the other point I wanted to make about the way this British campaign works, okay? The other, I guess, was the other point that I wanted to make is that if when they the worst thing is they have this, and then they're gonna spawn in the mobile units, and then the mobile units will come over and take places that don't have bad loyalty, but they're gonna take them and stuff like that. And so at the moment, the player doesn't have any ability to prevent that from happening. Like it's going to happen everywhere and stuff like that. And so, but what the AI does is they contest you. And what I mean is, and the true example is to tell you right here, because this is what happened. I had a ship here to hold it, and then when I got the chance to make 5 militars, I made one right here, and then he built up to 600 and stuff. But what the AI does is sometimes they send one regiment to test you, right? Or they'll send a brigade. So the brigade is tough to fight, like one-on-one. So this is what I'm saying. If they come over to Charleston, right? And if I can get him one more company, he's going to be up to 600, right? And so if one of their regiments comes over here to challenge him, when he's 600, then that's okay. But if it's a brigade that comes over, they're going to capture my guy, is what I'm saying. So it's one of two things they do. They send one regiment first to test out. Because if that one, okay, so for example, I'm going to go down to Savannah and show you. So in Savannah, right now, I got this Fusilier here, a regular. They're saying that I could start building him up. But it's going to be more officers and it's going to cost me more money. So I don't know if I want to do that. If I can get if I get to the point where I can make 5 more militar, I think the plan will be to make a militar here and here and then scrap these guys and then build up the militar to 600 each. And then I have to have a plan too on how am I going to fight in the south. So I'm going to need an officer down here. So I think Howe is going to have to be the guy that's going to be down here when I like to use him in Canada, but it ain't going to work out for me this way. So Howe's not even in the game right now. Like he's coming later. So, but that is what I'm sharing to you. So now I'm going to go ahead. Now that I did that, I'm going to go ahead and run the game some more. So we got a nice 28 gun ship here. But like I said, when this thing goes below 40, they're gonna spawn a unity. So that's why I have to have him here. Alright, then I'm gonna pause the game again. I'm gonna go ahead and Leicester. Okay, so now, you know, because of the loyalty in this, the negative effects of a loyalty is 25%. So we're gonna have to put a church here. We're just gonna have to do that. I mean, there's no so any place that's like bad like this, that's what we're gonna have to do. As much as I would rather have something else, I gotta do that. And then New Haven. Yeah, so then why don't we do that then? A church. You know, it's a no-brainer, I guess. Montgomery. Okay, well, we know we need horses. We know we need horses. And Clinton. And we know we need horses. And so, yeah, I'm tired of seeing messages that I don't have enough horses. Yeah, I can spend some money to buy some horses if some are available, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna produce my own horses, is the way I look at it. And this is gonna fail. I still do not know the correct way of doing this. If somebody could put it in the notes or the comments and just tell me the exact thing I need to do. I have done various things in 5 tries, and I cannot complete this, whatever this is. Even watching the tutorial, it doesn't work. And you have to do that at the start. And I thought I did it already. Like I thought I did it. In 2 different ways I think I did it, right? I did it according to this right here. And I did it to where I read somebody saying something about if you just upgrade a town hall to the next level up, that solves the problem. Well, it doesn't. And in 1 day, this is just going to fail. But I don't think there's any penalty for it. But I'm not going to get the rep and the money, you know. And I like I said, I'm claiming to you right now, if you're watching this, and I'm going to stop this video once we get to mid-April, because then the next video is going to show part 3, which is going to be it's going to be the conquered battle along with along with a tactical battle, which is why I got my officer here and stuff like that. So, but anyways, so at least, you know, I give you as much. I try to give you in my videos as much information as possible. It's what I do. So I know. Maybe somebody watching this, you ain't gonna like it when I pause the game, but what I'm telling you is I want stuff like, because each day registers in this game, like, but it only registers at the end of the day. That's why when the day ends, you get these pop-ups and different things that happen. And like I said, I'm not saying that what I'm doing is gonna 100% work. Yeah, boy, let me burn 3 on there. Get that done. So when this day registers, then it's gonna be Sunday. Okay. Oh, now, okay, so boy. Okay, so if I pick the, see, I'm not okay. Now I'm gonna just have a moment thought here. So are they telling me that they're gonna give me a Hermione frigate and a Diana class if I do this? See, or does that give me the ability to make them? Is all, and I'm just buying to make them. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what it is. Usually it shows you the unit that you're gonna get. So maybe that's you know, not neither here or there. All right, so we do have a schoolhouse. Let's start a granary. It'll be the first one. So yeah, we'll do that, and then church in New York. So now we have that, and for the final one, why don't we do a printing press for the loyalty change? Like, you know, why don't we, that way that's set. And so we'll do that. And I think that will be that. And this is going to be in 5 days, so it ain't going to make it. And we can tell 491. So in 5 days, but that's gonna get us to so I'm paying like 9, almost 10,000 for the fleet. I'm paying 13, almost 14 for the army at the moment. And so, as you can see, I mean, this would be a lot worse doing it if I didn't sell off those 4 SOLs, like, you know what I mean? But this gives me, like, the way I look at it, and like I said, this game doesn't kick off until like the 18th, but I think on the 15th it would spawn in here, so it ain't gonna do that because I'm preventing that from happening. But I gotta do this first, so Hatfield. So yeah, so Hatfield is a problem. And so it has to be a church. Like it's gotta be a church because it's a big problem area. Because I swear, I'm telling you, like if I pull this guy out and I go over here, in a few days they would spawn a military. Like it's guaranteed. It is guaranteed. Just like here, it's guaranteed in Millboro. So I'm just letting you know about that. But okay, so I think I can burn another day. Because we're getting close to the end of the video, because I'm not gonna show, because that stuff alone, when that happens, it's gonna be a long video to show you all that. So I can't do that. This part 2 was just to show you the build up and stuff like that. So that mission over here went away. So I didn't successfully do that mission, but I don't think it changed anything. So what I'm trying to ask you, for anybody who plays this game, if you're watching this video and you hear me at this very moment, or if you heard me earlier in the video, please tell me how to complete that, because that's still a mystery. Even with their tutorial that you just seen, I did those things at the beginning of this video, or some of those things. And none of that I did completed it properly, because it would have popped up here and it would have gave me 2,500 and it would have gave me maybe 5 rep or something. So yeah, I am telling you, it is a mystery to me at this very moment. I'm telling you, in the game, like, if you hear me, like, that's the one mission I can't do, because I've done this 5 times. That you didn't see the 5 times, but I've done this 5 times. And it's ridiculous that I can't complete that mission. It's totally ridiculous. But, okay, so one thing that I could possibly do, let's go back down south for a minute. And I want to go here. I want to see if I can give these guys the last company. So at least those guys would be full regiments of milita. Because if one brigade challenges them, they should survive it. If a brigade does, they won't survive it. But again, I just know that the AI does test certain places. Like I can tell you, I'll tell you up here. Matter of fact, I'll tell you one thing. Like, yeah, you know what? Even though I don't want to do this, I got to, because when they take some of these, they'll send a regiment over here that will shoot these guys. And 120 ain't going to be able to hold up to a regiment. So yeah, I'm going to have to start building him up, unfortunately. because again, the more Fusilers we have, the more expensive it is, and plus the amount of officers that the game does for them, it's insane. And, yeah, and then maybe because he's on his own, I should probably try him too. Now the inner part, I've never had any problems as long as I have somebody in these spots. So those until they attack those, you know, like I ain't gonna pay attention to that kind of stuff. So I guess I can show you another day, maybe. And then I'm gonna have to start making some, you know, some merchants, because I'm gonna need money. So some of these places where I would have put a merchant, I put other things in it because again, it sucks when the game tells you you don't have enough horses, or you don't have enough wood, or you don't have enough iron, or you don't have enough of whatever. Okay, the escalation. Okay, so tensions between the U.S. and Britain will rise by 20. Tensions, I mean, it doesn't go over 100, so I mean, it's already at 100, so I mean... Okay, hey, let me pause this for just a moment. My fleet has arrived. Excellent. Alright, so can I send them to here? Alright. Alright, and so like I said, so the way this game is gonna go now. Okay, so let me the game's pause, okay? Because wow, a lot of stuff popped. Okay, construction, mining, infrastructure in Middleborough complete. A construction carpenter shop in Falmouth. And then we're gonna have a printing press. A printing press in Boston, nice. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do the upgrade. Yeah, I'm gonna do the upgrade. And level. Alright, well, it stands to have a printing press and level now that we already have a fur trader. So yeah. Okay. Okay, folks, so I don't know how soon this can get here. Okay, so it's gonna get to the 15th, and like I said, I've gotta end this video. Like I don't want to roll to the 18th because. So okay, so 15th has arrived. Let me just pause for one more second. Alright, well why don't we do a print and press so that way, you know, we can change the loyalty stuff. So yeah, we'll do that. And like I said, I'm showing like all my videos gonna do is show you my strategy on a hard campaign, and I'm not saying that it's gonna work, like but I'm gonna try to do it. You know what I mean? So can we go? Yeah. So okay. So look. Here's the first uprising in Newtown. Okay, so I want to just show you this. Like, our intelligence report is not accurate, so it's going to be hard to try to say, but even if this is true, okay, is what I'm saying, is they got 100 guys in here, right? And you can see that they got 365 recruits. So he's going to sit in here. So this is what I'm trying to say. And this is going to be my proof. This is going to happen on all 13 colonies all across the map. And there's no way that you can stop this. That 100 is going to turn into 600. And so they got that. And then the same thing is going to happen everywhere. So just imagine if the whole map gets swallowed up by the rebels. Right? And it starts out with 100 men, but that's going to turn into 600. And then on top of that, they're going to drop brigades all over the place as reinforcements and stuff. So what I'm trying to tell you is, even if you can counter this, like the thing of what I'm saying is, at the start, this is only the start of this. This is only the start. Like, my video, again, is going to prove the start of this. And things like that. And I'm not making this up because I've done this 5 times. And this is my 6th attempt, I guess. So yeah, I don't think it happens on the 16th. So let me just roll one more day. Alright, so he's gonna land right here. Okay, now I can pause. Okay. Alright, let's pause. Alright, I'm gonna pause the game, and then I'm gonna save the game and stuff like that. You can see that I'm gonna set these 4 things up. There's an uprising. It's an uprising in the mill. You can see right there. See, 100. And he's got 3,000 there, so you can see that he's gonna get built up. And then in Keckley, which Keckley, don't forget, we had somebody there and I moved him to someplace else, but because if you left him here, everybody would spawn all around here, and then they would just kill him and capture him and kill him, whatever. And then, oh yeah, why don't I just show you that? Okay, so I'm gonna go to Salem for a moment. I might as well get that stuff done. So Salem. So again, we got a carpenter, we have a printing press, we have a church. So now I can actually put something here. Merchants, like I'm gonna have to, I'll do merchants, but Yeah, let's do textiles. Let's do textiles. Now, Montreal. Okay, so we got a printing press, so we got to go with a church. Construction, production, infrastructure in Hartford complete. And construction schoolhouse in Hempstead. Okay, so let's go to Hempstead. Okay, so we're gonna have to go with a printing press now. So now we gotta do that. Because I'll have to watch this, because if it goes below 40, I'm gonna have to get somebody to go there. Which, again, like I said, I have these guys here, so I can do that. So, okay, so I'm just gonna tell you that I think this doesn't start until the 18th. Where we'll do Leicester, the Concord battle, and then we'll do a tactical battle. So I've got to set up. I got to set up for that tactical battle. And so when the next video comes, you'll see those two things. Okay? So no matter where you are in the world, have a great day, a great afternoon, or a great evening. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. God bless to you. Keep all religions equal. This is your friend Jeff signing out. Adios, amigos. And adios, the lovely amigas.